Woman sleeps with her elephant, wakes up shocked. Then something unbelievable happens. This story is about a woman named Anya Soratana, a woman who dedicated her entire life to saving elephants. She didn't see them as just animals. To her, they were like family, gentle giants with big hearts, deep feelings, and real memories. While others looked at elephants from a distance, Anya got close. She listened to them, talked to them, and truly understood them. Anya loved them so much that she built a whole sanctuary for them in Chiang Mai, Thailand. At her sanctuary, she didn't just feed or treat them like pets. She gave them love, safety, and friendship. She played with them, cared for their wounds, and gave them names. People began calling her Thailand's elephant whisperer because the elephants trusted her, and she could calm even the most scared ones. Anya's journey didn't start there. It began many years ago, when she was just a young woman walking through the jungle near her home. She had always loved nature and animals, and she enjoyed exploring the wild. One day, during one of her walks, she heard a strange, sad sound coming from deep inside the trees. Curious and worried, she followed it. What she saw broke her heart. A huge elephant stood chained by the neck and legs. It was being forced to pull heavy logs by a group of illegal loggers. The elephant looked tired, scared, and in pain. Anya wanted to help, but she was alone, and there were too many people there. That moment stayed with her forever. She went home in tears, but also with a strong promise in her heart. One day she would come back and help elephants the right way. Many years passed, but Anya never forgot her promise. The memory of that suffering elephant stayed in her heart, pushing her to do something meaningful. She decided to learn everything she could about animals, especially elephants. She studied animal behavior, spent time with experts, and worked hard to understand how elephants think, feel, and live. After years of learning and waiting, she finally got the chance she had been hoping for. Anya was offered a position at Elephant Nature Park in northern Thailand. It was a special sanctuary that had opened in 1996, and since then, it had rescued over 200 elephants. Each elephant had its own painful story. Some had been forced to work in illegal logging, others had performed in noisy, crowded circuses, and many had been blinded or badly hurt by cruel handlers. When they first arrived, some elephants were so damaged they didn't even act like elephants anymore. But there was something truly special about this place that touched Anya's heart. There were no elephant rides, no circus tricks, and no painting shows. Instead, visitors were invited to walk with the elephants, feed them, and bathe them. The elephants were treated with care and respect, not used for profit. Anya believed that if people could learn to see animals with love, the world could become a kinder place for everyone. On the other side, at the sanctuary, Anya was becoming well known, but not because she followed the usual rules. While other caretakers left once they thought an elephant had healed, Anya stayed. She didn't just feed them and walk away. She sat with them, talked to them, and stayed by their side during their hardest nights. Many of the elephants were just babies, taken from their mothers far too young and forced into harsh training. Anya saw their pain and knew they needed more than food. They needed comfort. So she did something few people would ever do. She stayed overnight, sleeping beside them on the floor with only a blanket and pillow, just to help them feel safe and loved. Her husband supported her completely. Many nights he lay beside her near the baby elephants, watching over her and helping calm the scared little ones. Then, one night, something very unexpected happened. A new baby elephant had just arrived at the sanctuary. She was tiny, nervous, and completely unsure of her new surroundings. But more than that, she was terrified. This baby was different from the others. She wouldn't let anyone come near her, not even the kindest caretakers. The moment the staff saw her, they knew right away this was a job for Anya. She had a special way of reaching the most frightened elephants. Everyone believed that if anyone could help her, it was Anya. Anya didn't hesitate, but before anything else, she gave the little one a name: Tala. She believed naming an elephant was the first step in building trust. For the first few days, Anya didn't get too close. She sat a few feet away, quietly watching Tala, letting her know she was there. No sudden moves, no pressure, just a quiet presence. It was Anya's way of saying, "You're safe now." At night, Anya usually slept beside the other baby elephants, who also needed care. But this time, as she saw Tala finally lying down peacefully, she felt it was the right moment to try something more. Gently, she set up her little bed next to Tala, just a blanket and pillow on the ground. She didn't want to disturb her. She just wanted Tala to feel she wasn't alone. But then something unexpected happened. Instead of staying on her side, Tala slowly walked over and tried to cuddle next to Anya. Surprised, Anya smiled and gently guided her back, not wanting to rush things. She lay back down and closed her eyes. When she woke the next morning, she was stunned. Tala wasn't next to her anymore. A few feet away, her husband had made a small sleeping spot. And there was Tala, curled up next to him, her tiny head resting on his pillow, her body tucked under his arm. He had covered them both with a blanket. They were fast asleep, like a father and daughter. Anya was speechless. Every baby elephant had always chosen her. But this time, Tala had picked him, and what happened next was even more surprising. From that day, Tala only wanted to be near Anya's husband. If she heard his voice, she would run to him. If he sat down, she would lie beside him. And if he walked away, she would stand by the fence, waiting patiently for him to come back. At night, she wouldn't sleep unless he was close by. Anya didn't feel sad or jealous. In fact, she thought it was beautiful. It warmed her heart to see such a strong bond form so quickly. Tala had chosen him. Out of all the people at the sanctuary, she saw something in him that made her feel safe. As the weeks went by, Tala began to grow. She got bigger, stronger, and more confident. She no longer needed someone beside her every night to feel safe. But even as she grew older, she never forgot the man who stayed with her during those scary nights. Whenever he came to visit, she would rush to greet him, wrapping her trunk around him, nudging his chest, or resting her head gently on his shoulder. Anya watched these moments with quiet joy. The bond between her husband and Tala reminded her why she had started this journey in the first place. Elephants, she believed, are not just animals. They are emotional, loving beings. They feel fear and pain, but also love and connection. And they never forget the ones who are kind to them when they need it most. Some elephants, like Tala, are lucky. They recover fully and can return to the wild. Anya dreams of seeing the forests of Thailand filled once again with the sounds of free, happy elephants. But she also knows that not every elephant can go back. Some are too badly hurt, too scared, or too young to survive alone. For those elephants, the sanctuary becomes their home forever. And that's okay with Anya. Whether they stay for a few months or the rest of their lives, she treats each one like family. The moment she treasures most is when an elephant finally finds joy again. When they roll in the mud, when they trumpet with excitement or splash in the river, she says, "That's when I cry, not from sadness, but from joy." Because sometimes healing begins with something as simple as being held and truly seen.